Welcome to the show. I'm Logan McArthur.
And I'm Rachel Hernandez. Today is Wednesday, October 20th, and you're watching Southern Miss TV.
Students demand a zero-tolerance policy for USM during a protest against sexual assault on Friday.
Caffeine gives us the energy we need to get through the day, but does caffeine dependency pose a significant risk for college students?
USM's economic impact increases by 10%, and Hattiesburg Mayor Toby Barker explains how this helps the city.
All of this and more today on Southern Miss TV. For the second time this October, students protested against sexual assault at the front of USM's campus, demanding the university implement a zero-tolerance policy towards sexual assault. Southern Miss reporter Mary Murphy has the story.
Safety over silence! Safety over silence! Safety over silence!
Southern Miss students gathered in front of campus last Friday to advocate for the creation of a zero-tolerance sexual assault policy. Said policy, if implemented, would prevent anyone convicted of sexual assault from re-entering campus as a student or a guest. Many, including recent graduate Kayla Barnes, showed their support for sexual assault survivors by calling for increased accountability both on and off campus.
I'm here because survivors deserve to be protected and they deserve to be loved, and your reputation shouldn't be.
The protesters, many of whom were present at a similar event on October 1st, also called for a more concrete response from the university against sexual assault.
The college experience is watching your university put the prospect of money over the experiences of survivors and student safety. The college experience is having to fight for a lifetime ban on perpetrators from campus, even after knowing that 90% of on-campus sexual assaults are committed by repeat offenders. The college experience is having to send hundreds of emails, to set up meeting after meeting, to sign petitions, to do legal research, and to show up to protests like this one, all on top of our academic responsibilities, just to fight for our right to have a college experience we can count on.
Dee Dee Anderson, the Vice President of Student Affairs at Southern Miss, told SMTV that the administration is, quote, still researching for ways to implement a stronger sexual assault policy while still following current federal regulations. But for many students on campus, that response has come too little, too late.
Means listening. Supporting survivors means listening. Supporting survivors means listening.
For Southern Miss TV, I'm Mary Murphy.
If you're interested in learning more about the implementation of a zero-tolerance sexual assault policy on campus, visit the petition listed in the description below.
Without your morning cup of coffee or afternoon mug of tea, how would your day look? Would it be a little sluggish, drowsy, or dull? Caffeine dependency affects more people than you might expect, and you might be one of them if your day looks different without caffeine in it. Southern Miss TV reporter Sarah Kaufman investigates how caffeine dependency affects college students.
Caffeine is the lifeblood of the college experience for many Southern Miss students, fueling everything from early morning classes to late-night study sessions. When consumed without moderation in mind, however, this pleasant pick-me-up could pose problems for college students looking to meet societal expectations.
Caffeine is a psychoactive stimulant in the same drug family as methamphetamine, cocaine, and nicotine. It's the most widely used drug in the world, and with over 90% of American adults drinking an average of 200 milligrams a day, it's also one of the most widely accepted in our society, especially among college students.
Dr. Michael Madsen, a professor of psychology at the University of Southern Mississippi, said caffeine affects sleep regulation and the central and peripheral nervous systems to generate a feeling of alertness and concentration.
You know, it doesn't take long to develop a physical dependency on caffeine. But if it's done in moderation, it's not having a negative effect on your life in any way, it's not the worst thing in the world.
Individuals with a caffeine dependency might experience withdrawal effects without their daily dose of coffee, soda, or tea. Headaches, fatigue, and dampened mood are among the most common symptoms, but they don't necessarily indicate problematic consumption. For Madsen, the bottom line is whether caffeine use negatively affects a user's behaviors, which could, in turn, cause financial issues or interpersonal relationship issues. Hannah Fritz, a freshman library science major, has noticed the impact of caffeine dependency on her classmates. She feels as though students are pressured to sacrifice sleep in order to balance their school, work, and social lives. And caffeine offers the energy they need to push through.
Deal with that. We're young adults, we're still very social, and we still are not entirely in a routine that allows us to take care of ourselves and our school and our friends.
Junior Tori Ricks, a social work major, sees the acceptance of caffeine among college students as a concern.
I think that we're ran so hard and we have so many responsibilities and so many things that we're stressed on. I think that a lot of people just need to stay awake and they don't have enough time to rest.
On the other hand, freshman Viu Meinheit, a healthcare marketing major, does not see her classmates' caffeine consumption as an issue.
Most of the people I know who drink coffee have a pretty good control over how much they know they should drink and how much they need. I haven't really seen a problem with it.
Caffeine rarely produces the same negative behavioral and physical effects as other psychoactive stimulants, but Madsen identifies 3 other aspects that solidify it in our culture.
I think there's the morale piece to it, how much it's integrated into our society, and the legality, and all of those things come into play there.
Whether you're experiencing withdrawal effects or noticing more and more of your budget going towards lattes and energy drinks, Madsen suggests one surefire way to see how caffeine is affecting your personal life.
They would have to see what their life is like without it.
For Southern Miss TV, this is Sarah Kaufman.
Caffeine does not pose an issue to college students when consumed in moderation, so study sessions fueled by a cup of coffee or a can of energy drink are good to go. After the break, the Office of Study Abroad prepares for International Education Week.
And USM's Economic Impact Report shows good news for the university and Hattiesburg.
We've got the news you need on Southern Miss TV.
Free your spirit on Hattiesburg's new public art trail, featuring nearly 40 vibrant Instagram-worthy murals and sculptures. It's the perfect socially distanced activity. So grab your bags because Hattiesburg is safely open for you. Learn more at visithburg.org and visit Mississippi responsibly.
MS does suck.
MS mucks with your central nervous system, almost everything about your body.
MS took everything from me.
Always taking away. You never get anything back.
Despite MS, I will keep riding my bike.
I will continue to live the life that my daughter expects me to live.
I won't let MS change who I am inside.
I'm gonna keep being me.
At Southern Miss Student Media, our mission is to shape the future of our students. If you're good at what you do, you can work anywhere. If you're the best at what you can do, you can move mountains. Southern Miss offers you a degree. Southern Miss Student Media offers you experience. With a combination, you're undefeated. Join us at Southern Miss Student Media, and together we will lead you to a lasting career. Visit the Student Media Center today, College Hall 301.
As the Office of Study Abroad prepares for International Education Week, Abby Phillips and Jessica Bunalis are busy getting students ready for studying abroad. Southern Miss reporter Adarius McCormick sat down with them and talked about what the event has in store for its students.
I'm Adarius McCormick, and I'm here with Abby Phillips and Jessica Bunalis from the Office of Study Abroad. How are you guys doing today?
Good. Thanks for having us.
Okay, just to jump right on into it, what are your roles at the Office of Study Abroad?
Yeah, so I'm the assistant director.
And I am one of the program managers in the office.
Okay, what would you say the Office of Study Abroad is responsible for? What do you do with the students?
Yeah, well, that's a great question. So in the Office of Study Abroad, our goal is to offer students the opportunity while here at USM to earn academic credit in which they need, of course, but doing it while traveling and being able to expose themselves to new cultures and places and things, and studying various fields in which they really get to dive into the subject area and do these things outside of their comfort zone maybe a little bit.
What would you say is the biggest benefit from joining a program?
Yeah, so there are so many benefits just from one, you are earning that USM credit that you may need, and then you are in a way, really expanding on your resume. So you are able to meet industry professionals, really see and experiencing things that are within the industry in which you hope to work in eventually. So you're expanding your network. And ultimately, this will look good on your resume. Employers really do look for how you can communicate well, communicate with people that maybe are different than you, and that you're willing to go out of your comfort zone. But it's also really fun too.
I was going to add that. I was like, it's just so much fun.
You sold me before the fun with all the resume stuff.
Yes.
In the height of COVID-19, the world changed in more than a few ways.
Yes.
It changed a lot. How would you say it changed the study abroad program?
Yeah, well, I think we were affected just like everyone else. And the fact that it's allowed us to step outside the box and think about things differently, maybe things we wouldn't have thought about beforehand. And so this past summer, we offered a domestic program to Hawaii, which was definitely different for us, but we wanted to make sure that we're still offering these types of opportunities to students. So I'd say that's definitely changed us a little bit. We're thinking about doing Hawaii for this summer. We're planning on it and maybe, continuing that in the future, as well as we're, of course, have to watch all rules, regulations, and standards in which for places where we're going. So we are requiring that COVID-19 vaccination for all of our students, faculty, and staff who are participating in these programs. So we definitely have to look at things on a big scale and really focus in the places in which our students are going, because of course health and safety are our number one concern.
So you guys work closely with students, like very close. What was their reaction to the changes and the new adaptations in the office?
Yeah, I think a lot of students have been really receptive of everything. I mean, they obviously know what has been going on in the world for the past couple of years, and in some ways, I think they're finding comfort in it. They know that their health and safety is so important to us, and that's going to be our priority. But at the same time, we still want them to have these experiences, and we are finding ways to enable that.
Study abroad programs are back in action this semester.
Yes.
How many programs are there this semester or this year?
Yeah, well, we have 14 students abroad right now this fall, which is very exciting for us. 10 of those are on our Semester in Spain program, which is a semester in Spain, as it says. But they're really being able to dive in on their language skills, which is so exciting. It's located in Cadiz, Spain. And then we have a couple of students as well doing some exchanges. We have Ireland, France. We have a student in Scotland, as well as South Korea.
Out of all of the trips, which one would you say is your favorite?
Oh boy, my favorite? I can't pick and choose. It's like choosing your favorite child, right?
Yeah. They are all so unique, and so they really do offer so many different things. So it really just depends on, what the student's looking for.
There's something for everyone, truly. And what's great about our programs is that it's open to all majors. So just because maybe you're interested in the British Studies program, right? And there's several different courses to choose from. Well, there's nothing specific to your major. That's okay. Maybe you're just interested in history or literature and you really want to dive into that subject area. You can do that with us, even though it's not your major, because it really does check off those elective hours that most students need.
One more thing is back this semester. International Education Week is coming in November. What events can students expect to see for the upcoming week?
Yeah, so International Education Week is going to be November 8th through the 12th, and we have a jam-packed calendar of events. So there's something going on every day. Some of the highlights, we've got several different fairs that you can attend. They're going to be in the Thad Cochran Center or in the Union. We are doing an event down with the Gulf Park campus as well, so we are definitely trying to incorporate everybody. I would say the two kind of big highlights, SMAC is doing a game night on Tuesday the 9th at 7 p.m. in the Union, so it is going to have international food and drink, but also some trivia and games. And then on Thursday, we are doing a fashion show.
Ooh.
So that whole day is going to be International Day of Dress. So we really are encouraging students, faculty, and staff to really represent their culture and their heritage and their attire and accessories. And then that evening, we are going to be showing that at our fashion show in the Union lobby.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds fun.
Yeah.
I might come out to that.
Absolutely.
I will. What do you hope students learn from this week?
Yeah, well, the whole point of this week is to share each other's cultures and diversity and really celebrate those things. So we're hoping that the students, American and our international students, will do that. We'll share each other's cultures with one another and really just see what there is to explore on USM's campus, because we have so many diverse students at USM. We're really lucky to be on a campus that's this way, and I think it's fun for us to be able to share that with each other, and we're trying to offer opportunities for students to interact.
Okay, and to circle back to the study abroad program itself, I'm sure students need to know a little more information about joining. What deadlines should students be aware of considering studying abroad this summer?
Yeah, so first place to start, go to studyabroad.usm.edu, and there you will see all of our upcoming programs, but also be able to book an appointment with myself or Anna Kate Bagents, the other program manager in our office. And it really just depends on the program that you're wanting to apply for. Pretty much our summer 2022 program deadlines are going to range from mid-February to mid-March.
Do you have any extra advice for anyone who wants to join, or any words of wisdom for people?
Yeah, I think if you're even thinking about studying abroad, just even the tiniest bit, it is worth taking 15 minutes of your day and stopping into our office, setting up that appointment, and exploring your options, because we always like to remind students that study abroad is for you. It's for college students. It's not some unreachable goal that you can't make, right? So we want to sit down with you, chat with you, and really see if this is possible, because we think it is possible for everyone. You just got to take that first step, right?
Yeah, and the one thing that we are always asked about is money. Yes, obviously it does cost to go on these programs, but thing to remember is all of your financial aid and scholarships that you are already receiving, if it's applicable in the term that you are looking to go abroad, it's applicable to our programs, because it's USM credit.
Right.
In addition to that, there are tons of scholarships out there as well, so we definitely want to help you find the way to get abroad.
Okay, well, thank you ladies so much for the information, and thank you for joining us
Of course.
today.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
For more information about International Education Week, visit the Office of Study Abroad's website.
USM's economic impact increased by 10% since 2016. In addition to boosting Hattiesburg's economy through tuition and student spending, USM helps the Pine Belt area in many other ways. Southern Miss reporter Kyra Lampley sat down with Hattiesburg Mayor Toby Barker to discuss USM's role in the local economy.
I am standing outside of the Trent Lott Center, the Institute for Economic Development here at Southern Miss. The University of Southern Mississippi's annual economic impact has increased to over $663 million, a 10% increase from 2016. This has impacted the state of Mississippi more than one could ever imagine.
We sat down with Dr. Chad Miller, the interim director of the Trent Lott National Center and professor of economic development here at Southern Miss. This is what he had to say.
We'll have an initial dip down because of COVID, less students living on campus, spending money in the local economy. But once it gets back to normal, then that should recover. Then a lot of it will be driven by enrollment increases and so forth. Well, I was looking at the numbers, and the city of Hattiesburg's GDP is about $6 billion. So this is over Mississippi, but overall, so it's probably about 5 to 10% of the economy of Hattiesburg is driven by Southern Miss, because the three pillars of the economy here are education, and then healthcare and military. And with Southern Miss and William Carey, it's a major part of the local economy.
We also sat down with the mayor of Hattiesburg, Toby Barker, to get his side of the story.
When you have a university, any university that produces that much economic activity, whether it's through research or whether it's through contracts with outside firms, whether it's educating students and having those students go and then spend money elsewhere, I think you're going to see those institutions of higher learning have a large impact. What I think that we don't quantify enough and don't put enough focus on is what young talent does for an area, and how an area like Hattiesburg can change and be enhanced because we have literally thousands of new people coming into our city every year.
This is Kyra Lampley, SMTV reporter.
The Economic Impact Study Report is available online for anyone interested in a more detailed look into how USM contributes to Hattiesburg's economy.
When we return, Austin Lindsay brings everything Golden Eagle to the show in the Southern Miss TV Sports Recap.
And Kyra Lampley covers all things entertainment in the Hattiesburg area with the community calendar. Stay tuned for more on Southern Miss TV.
At Southern Miss Student Media, our mission is to shape the future of our students. If you're good at what you do, you can work anywhere. If you're the best at what you can do, you can move mountains. Southern Miss offers you a degree. Southern Miss Student Media offers you experience. With a combination, you're undefeated. Join us at Southern Miss Student Media, and together we will lead you to a lasting career. Visit the Student Media Center today, College Hall 301.
My part-time service in the Army National Guard makes it possible for me to be more for the community I call home. I'm a better neighbor because my service has taught me how important it is to be a team player. My training helps me in my classes when I must give attention to detail to the task at hand. My service in the Army National Guard allows me to keep my community and those I care about safe from threats. Learn more about how you too can live and serve part-time close to home by visiting nationalguard.com.
The Golden Eagles had some wins
and some losses this week in soccer, volleyball, and football.
Austin Lindsay covers it all in the Southern Miss TV Sports Recap.
Hey Rachel, welcome back to Southern Miss TV Sports Recap. Coming off of a homecoming loss to the University of Texas at El Paso, Golden Eagles football hosted its second straight home game against the 4-2 UAB Blazers. Watch the recap of the game as I was on hand to view the action.
After losing the previous week to UTEP on homecoming, the Golden Eagles faced the 4-2 UAB Blazers at home, where they would be shut out 34-0. The last time the Golden Eagles were shut out at home was in 1984 against Northwestern State on homecoming. The Blazers offense exploded early on, putting up 4 touchdowns in the second quarter to not look back. For the game, UAB totaled 388 total yards with 223 on the ground. On the other hand, Southern Miss improved on its previous games, rushing total of 15 yards with 75, but faltered in the passing game with only 32 passing yards. Southern Miss again struggled with injuries to its starting quarterback, as Jake Lang was visibly seen limping and did not return in the second half. The Golden Eagles defense tried to cut some slack for the offense, but it wasn't enough. Hear from Southern Miss's linebacker TQ Newsom on his forced fumble with 8 minutes remaining in the third quarter on Southern Miss's goal line.
So just playing hard, playing through the whistle, and I was able to put my head on the ball, and it came out. So it was a good play for our team, and I'm happy I was in a position to be able to make that play for us. So I was happy, and the team was excited, and I feel like it was good for us, kind of holding to those 3 points, because that was a 4-point swing really.
With starting quarterback Jake Lang going down in the first half and not returning, backup T. Webb and even Chandler Pittman would feature at quarterback for Southern Miss. Southern Miss has now featured 6 different quarterbacks on the season. Though now on a 5-game losing streak, guys in the locker room remain optimistic. Hear from true freshman Chandler Pittman and remarks from Coach Hall.
You might get knocked down, but you got to get up, man. Like, this team, we're going to get up. I mean, I have no words in that. I believe in what Coach Hall is preaching. I believe in the guys in the locker room.
Got to get better in the trenches. I thought that's where this game, you could tell, I thought they really dominated the lines of scrimmages in all phases. And that's usually what good programs do, right? Good programs, the finishing touch is usually on the line of scrimmage. And I thought you could see their experience and their development as a program and how they're in a mature program, on the line of scrimmage especially.
Eagles now go on to a bye week to rest and prepare for Middle Tennessee State in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Golden Eagles volleyball look to regroup after a pair of road losses, but skidded to a 4-game losing streak after dropping a home series against UTEP. The Golden Eagles came into the weekend having only lost one game at home, but left the Wellness Center complex Saturday with a 9-3 record and a 2-6 conference play record. In the first matchup of the weekend, the Miners defeated the Golden Eagles 3-1, while the second matchup of the weekend needed a crucial fifth set to decide the winner. UTEP inched by, though, winning the set 15-9 to take the match 3-2. In a losing effort, the Southern Miss's outside hitter, Mia Wesley, broke her Southern Miss career high 21 kills with 25 in Friday's match and broke it again with 29 kills in Saturday's match. Wesley finished the series with 54 kills, 23 digs, and 2 blocks. Adding salt to the wound, Southern Miss will have to move on without starting senior outside hitter DeCane Maraska, whose coach Radecki confirmed is out for the season, needing surgery for an apparent lower extremity injury. Southern Miss soccer took on the Rice Owls this past Thursday in a heavyweight thriller in the West Division of Conference USA. SMTV News editor Charlie Luttrell was at the Marshall Bell Track and Soccer Complex to recap.
Coming into Thursday night, Southern Miss Soccer sat at number 2 in CUSA West with only Rice above them at number 1. Just a few months ago, the Owls beat the Golden Eagles in the CUSA Conference Championship, but Southern Miss finally got its revenge, earning it the first win against Rice in program history. Here's what Coach Mohamed Elzar had to say.
You know, before the game, I told the ladies, why not us? Why not us, and why not today? You know, and we have to believe, we have to show up and show it with actions, you know, because we talk, people talk, show it with action. And today, those ladies showed up.
Southern Miss struck first in the 29th minute as sophomore Blessing Kingsley dribbled through the center and sent a kick flying past Rice's goalkeeper, Bella Kilgore. The Golden Eagles kept its 1-0 lead until Rice's Delaney Schultz scored the equalizer 10 minutes into the second half. While Southern Miss outshot Rice 16-9, Kilgore saved 7 shots and Southern Miss went into overtime after being unable to convert. With 4 minutes left in the second overtime period, Adair Nakano was fouled in the box, giving Ilana Izquierdo a penalty kick, which she executed to give the Golden Eagles a win and moving them into first place in the division. This is Charlie Luttrell reporting for SMTV.
Golden Eagles soccer is now first in Conference USA at 7-3 and 2 ties and 3-1-2 in conference play, holding 11 points in the West Division. That's all for Southern Miss Sports Recap. Back to you, Rachel.
Thank you, Austin.
Now, let's see what's happening around Hattiesburg with Kyra Lampley. How's the community calendar looking, Kyra?
It's looking great, Logan. With the cool autumn weather finally settling in, there are lots of activities across Hattiesburg to get you in the fall spirit. The Southern Miss Activities Council hosts the Kids Halloween Carnival on Wednesday, October 27th from 4:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. Southern Miss students and community members are welcome to join in on the fun on Weathersby Lawn. For more information, visit the Southern Miss Activities Council website. The second annual Monster Mash Mud Run is organized by the Habitat for Humanity up the Pine Belt. Clear your schedule for October 30th and get ready for obstacles, frights, and fun. You can enter individually or with the team for either the 5K or 10K courses, which both feature obstacles, and most importantly, lots of mud. Register now on the Habitat for Humanity of the Pine Belt's website. Southern Miss Theater presents Dominique Morisseau's Detroit 67. This powerful theater event runs from October 28th through October 31st, and you won't want to miss this explosive performance. Tickets are on sale now for in-person and virtual performances at southernmisstickets.com. Stay safe and be in good spirits this Halloween season. For more information about events around Hattiesburg, visit our website. Back to you, Logan.
Thanks, Kyra.
So, Logan, what's your Halloween costume this year?
Well, a lot of people have been calling me Rock today, so I might just roll with it.
Oh, I like that. I'm thinking about being Julian from Trailer Park Boys.
Really?
Yes.
That's funny. That's really funny. Thank you for watching. I'm Logan McArthur.
And I'm Rachel Hernandez. We'll see you next week on Southern Miss TV.
At Southern Miss Student Media, our mission is to shape the future of our students. If you're good at what you do, you can work anywhere. If you're the best at what you can do, you can move mountains. Southern Miss offers you a degree. Southern Miss Student Media offers you experience. With a combination, you're undefeated. Join us at Southern Miss Student Media, and together we will lead you to a lasting career. Visit the Student Media Center today, College Hall 301.
My part-time service in the Army National Guard makes it possible for me to be more for the community I call home. I'm a better neighbor because my service has taught me how important it is to be a team player. My training helps me in my classes when I must give attention to detail to the task at hand. My service in the Army National Guard allows me to keep my community and those I care about safe from threats. Learn more about how you too can live and serve part-time close to home by visiting nationalguard.com.